And good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday to all y'all. And welcome back to the Snap Sirius and Nadja's Anime Podcast. I'm your host, Sirius. How's it joined by my co-host, the one, the only, the lovely Nadja Bloom. How you doing today, everybody? Good to see you.
Yeah, it's very nice to be back once again to talk a little bit more about JoJo because man, was it wild.
It absolutely was. And so, contrary to what the title said briefly there, we are not talking about Death Note today. That was a mistake on my part. I apologize. So
That was just Sirius being a little bit silly like usual.
yes,
But it's fine.
I'm a very silly little bumblebee for the most part. What can I say? Go away, advertisements. Stop with the advertisement stuff, please. Oh my goodness. So in today's episodes of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, somehow Light Yagami managed to make his way into the JoJo universe in 1888. No,
Right.
no, that did.
It's actually crazy how similar Dio is to Light in a sense.
It really is when you think about it. Let's see, same malicious foresight, same sort of supernatural powers in a sense, and just generally the same overall cockiness. But oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
essentially. It's actually crazy.
But my lord, I can't believe I fucking did that. Like, what are
But
the
it's
odds of that
fine.
happening? Like you said, I'm just a silly little bumblebee sometimes.
It's fine. I mean, you fixed it and like it's the right title now, so it's fine.
True. Oh my goodness me. But yes, we are. It was one hell of a ride over the last couple episodes of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because, oh my god. Because we start off where we last were with the fight with Tarkus. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. I'm sorry. What were you going to say?
Oh no,
Nadja?
it was. I was just gonna mention that I wasn't expecting. Like, I didn't know that the first like series of the 21st, like 26th first episodes. Like, I thought that was only gonna be part one. So I didn't know that like, they combined like part one and part two into the same anime series. So I was like, oh wait a minute, part one was that short?
Yeah, I was honestly surprised about that too. It only went to about roughly like 9 episodes or so, so I wasn't quite sure if it was just going to be the entire, England arc. Because I'm like, what else are they going to talk about at this point? Because, well, we'll get into that in a second. I didn't want to go too far ahead of the schedule here.
It's fine. You can continue. We left off with Tarkus. That's right.
That's right. Yeah, with the whole big fight with Tarkus in the in that whole room full of death or whatever, with the chain battle going on, and I still gotta say that is still one of the coolest things I've seen as far as like an actual fight room, because I've heard tales about old-fashioned knife fights where they would put chains around each other and just go after each other. Where you couldn't get away, and wherever you went, you had to pull the opponent with you. Again, kind of like with what happened with Light and L, when they were handcuffed to each other and fighting one another. Whatever affects one affects the other, and boy, howdy does that happen there.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty much the same kind of concept because it is true. Like, if you try to escape your enemy will have some kind of advantage because they can just pull you back.
Exactly, and in the case of Tarkus, his main advantage is his massive bulk. He can just pull the chain down there and keep you locked into the ceiling, like he was doing there with to keep Jonathan from using the Hamon power there. And,
Yeah, exactly. And he's also in a pinch because, without breathing, he cannot use his Hamon powers.
Exactly. And that's what makes it even more dangerous, too, for him, because he's got to try and find a way out of this mess. And anything else happens to him, he's as good as cooked. But what really sold it right there was at the beginning of the episode. I'm like, is this actually going to happen now? We're going back into... Because once we see that we're going back into Baron Zeppeli's story and how he got to the monastery in Tibet, I'm like, he's gonna bite the bullet with it. But he's gonna bite it, isn't he? He's gonna buy the English. He's gonna buy the farm. He's gonna get cooked.
Exactly. Because as soon as we started going in a little bit more about learning about Zeppeli's training with his master Tom Petty, it was very clear that he's very determined to fight all of the masks essentially and just destroy it for his father's legacy also in a sense. But also as soon as Tom Petty starts going into like actually telling him, oh yeah, when you're gonna die, I was just like immediately like, this adds up way too much, like please no.
Exactly. I could already sense it coming in that sense, but still, it's like It's like you will be in a room full. Let's say you will die in a room full of death. A child will open the way, and I'm like, that's it, isn't it? Yep, I freaking called it. But it's like he can't go. He's too cool to go right now.
Yeah, exactly. He was like one of those characters that I was like, wait, but like you can't kill him off right now. He's way too cool, and he's had so much more that he needs to teach us about.
He can't just have him succeed have JoJo succeed Hamon just like that either. It's like he still has a whole lot to go with. And if you lose your guide right away, it's not going to do much for you. You still have much more to learn about that.
Yeah, because you're gonna be panicked about it, because like suddenly this is just a power that you somehow unlocked and learned, and be like, yeah, you are one of the people that can use it, but also like you also have simply telling you earlier that you pretty much are the only hope in defeating Dio, but suddenly if your master or mentor is gonna die, who are gonna teach you what you need to know?
Precisely. It's like It's very reminiscent of what happened with Obi-Wan in Star Wars. He starts off as Luke's guide for let's see, briefly, and then later on he gets killed. That's the problem. It's an all too common trope too in a number of the movies as well as like Arthurian legends too, like losing the guide. Happens far too often, far too frequently though, but it's a sign that the character has to develop too in their own way.
Yeah, that's true, because they also need to learn how to go his own way and grow as a person. Like, I totally understand that. It's just very sad to see him go the way he did. And it was also very brutal. I was not expecting it to be just chopped in half.
Yeah, exactly. He just gets the chain around him there. He's ready to go in there and fight. He says, I accept my fate, and then just goes in there ready to fight him. And sure enough, Tarkus gets the chain wrapped from above and below him, catches him between there, and just slices him in half with the chains. That's gotta be... Ugh. I just visibly winced at that whole thought right there. Just like, I can't even imagine getting torn in half to begin with, much less by a chain, by a blunt object.
I mean, I was going more like, even like as soon as he got chopped in half, I was like, wait, what? I was not expecting it to be that graphic, but at the same time, when he did not die instantly either, I was like, wait, but how are you not dead? How much pain are you in, man? Like, how are you not dead?
I know, right? You'd be hemorrhaging out the ass at that point, or the lower torso, as it were.
Yeah,
exactly. But jeez. Like, but then again, this is a series that's more or less inspired by Hokuto no Ken or Fist of the North Star, so I'm not too surprised with the level of graphic stuff there. But oh my lord, that was far too brutal, and even for my tastes.
Like, still like taking in the supernatural elements of like Hamon, also like being like life energy. So I guess it also makes a little bit of sense since he was also a master of Hamon, so he can like slow down himself dying or something like that. But sheesh.
Even so, it was nice to finally see JoJo get the one-up on Tarkus as well. That was really satisfying to watch. So he finally pulls the chain back down there, gets the drop on him, and then just takes him out.
And JoJo also like killing someone with the intent of killing them for the first time after losing Zapelli was also really satisfying for just to see that kind of development for JoJo in a sense, because he's always been afraid of killing someone because he doesn't want to do that, because that's not a gentlemanly thing to do, obviously. But sometimes people are just pure evil, and they do not deserve to live.
And JoJo, I mean Dio.
Yeah, exactly like Dio.
In this case, JoJo killed Dio. Show no mercy.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I'll get out of my funk this morning. I apologize. But
yeah, it's fine.
But more to the point, though, it's very telling too, because he saw how Bluford was able to redeem himself, actually feel joy there, and that was also, I think, based on how Tarkus just callously destroyed his friend's armor, and said he was weak for doing so. It's like, and when he said, "There's nothing good of you left to live, I'll banish you completely," I'm like, it's like that's very telling right there. He'll show mercy to those who he believes has good in them, but he has no compunction about destroying anybody that's like pure evil.
Yeah, and that's really good to also like get that out of the way for JoJo's character because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, like especially like earlier in the episodes when he just forgave Dio a lot of times, I was like, but no one can be that good though. Like he
Nope.
has fucked you over so many times. Why are you still forgiving him?
Exactly. Even if I was in Jonathan's shoes, Dio would have been dead than fucking fried chicken.
Right? Like no, you don't forgive that. That's inexcusable.
No. No, at that point I would have killed him, cooked him, and eaten him. I don't care.
Yeah, yeah, but exactly. Like JoJo was way too good to him, and it's just satisfying to finally see him be like, "Yeah, you piece of shit. You have no reason left to live, so I'm just gonna kill you because you killed my master." And he's like, "Yes, finally."
Exactly, and that's very telling too, seeing how that goes. And but it still was very sad though, seeing Baron Zeppeli go though, because I liked him a lot though. But either way though, it'll be a good chance to see where JoJo goes, and boy howdy did we see that.
Yeah, I really liked the moment when Zeppeli just gave him all of his powers, and he was like, I will pass on my torch to you." And JoJo just starts crying, and he's kind of like, "But this is no time to be grieving, my son. You must go and fight the evil. Like, don't worry about me. I will be dead anyways."
Exactly, yeah. And I get that it's important to fight and destroy Dio at that point, but still, you gotta have some time to grieve as well too, because Baron Zeppeli is an important character. He was a good guy.
Yeah, definitely. And I also like the fact that Speedwagon also took his hat and was like, I will remember your character for this hat."
Yeah, that was pretty cool though. Actually, seeing him carry that with him into battle from now on.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's also like really insane to see how everything plays out with Jonathan and Dio, because like that fight was insane.
It really was too, and also, if I may say so, when they were with that whole scene with I think it was Poco's sister, I think, in the room with Dio and whatnot, as well as that one child and her mother too. It's very telling of his character too. Like he's still just heartless to the absolute core too. Like is like it's like, fine, we won't harm your child, and then turns the mother anyway, and she just kills her own child there. And it's like, as I promised, we didn't kill your child, you did.
Yeah, and I was like, when he was discussing with, like, when the mom was pleading with him to save her kid, I was like, oh no, he's gonna make the mom kill the child, is he not? And then
Pretty
he did,
much.
and I was like,
Yep.
you piece of shit.
He would totally do that, because that's well within his character. And also I will say too, with that one scene with Poco's sister, and that one the one guy, I don't know what the hell it was. There's some sort of chimera or whatever. There were a whole bunch
snake kind of man.
There were a whole bunch of animals with people's heads on them. I don't know if that was Dio's doing or whatever, but there was a whole bunch of like messed up creatures or whatever. I think he put one of his minions' heads onto a dog's body or something like that. And he starts like going on about the younger sister. I'm like, he's gonna kill him, isn't he?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just going. Even then, I'm like, it's like, yeah, I know it's cruel, but he had that coming right there.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Like, I was like, yeah, he's just gonna kill him, because like at that point he's just like, the creature was just kind of some little kind of dog anyways, so it was not like he really cared about him anyways. But I was also kind of like, of course Porco's sister is the one who's supposedly alive out of this village, because everyone has been turned into zombies. But at the same time, it was nice to see her alive.
Absolutely, yeah. I was getting worried about that too. But that whole part when Adam shot his tongue out at JoJo there, and he caught it there and just like ripped it out of his head, I think.
Yeah.
That was really satisfying to watch too. Plus, you also meet some of the other guys too. It was
especially when he just comes up to him and like Porco is like, Mayor, like, or Mr. Adams, like, how are you alive? And he's like, yeah, Porco, I'm alive. Have you seen your sister? And like they just have their little conversation, and they just continue. And just that thing of just him trying to ambush JoJo and be like, no, you don't.
Nope, not gonna happen that way. Just took him out like that.
Yeah.
And it was also cool seeing the introduction of the other characters too. Let's see, Strizo, Dyer, and also Tom Petty appeared too, I think.
Yeah, all three of them appears, and it was really cool because it was like Dyer just appears and he just looks exactly like a zombie, and I was like, wait, are you a zombie or are you?
Yeah, I know, right? You don't know what to make of him at first because he has like the whole spider motif going on with him, I think.
Yeah.
And also with the flat top hair, he kind of reminds me of another character I saw in JoJo, Jean-Pierre Polnareff.
Yeah.
It was also one of my favorite characters in the series too. I've seen a bit of him before, but
Yeah.
But what else? It was also really cool finally seeing them get in there to go and fight, and then and the one guy with the Snake's Red's Doobie, I think his name was. And there's music references ahoy in this whole part here too. Like let's see, right down from Tom Petty onwards. Let's see, I think Dyer was based on the band Dire Straits. Let's see, Tom Petty. I think is Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. And Doobie is of course the Doobie Brothers.
Yeah. I just love that everyone is named after some kind of musician.
Exactly, yeah. And what's even funnier still, there was that one fucking part when Doobie's moving in for the kill there, and then suddenly a fucking anvil falls in from the ceiling and caves his head in. It was like something out of a fucking cartoon.
It was so funny though, just seeing everything just go up in flames when that just happened.
Yeah, it's like, it's gonna render that. I was thinking to myself, where did he get an anvil? Did he go to the local blacksmith or something, just pick it up there, carry it to the roof of the castle, and then just fucking chuck it through the window onto his head?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because that, like, it is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Like, pretty much anything can happen.
Exactly. It's so good. Because, oh my lord. I must have played that part about, like, 3 or 4 times at that point because I could not stop laughing for about 10 minutes. I don't know why. It's just, like, anything involving, like, cartoon anvils just makes me laugh.
I mean, yeah, because things like that is like a classic, you know, when stuff like that happens. But it's so funny when they just pick it up sometimes, out of nowhere, especially.
Exactly. I was not expecting that in any way, shape, or form. And then it's like, who dropped that? Who dropped that on me? And then, let's see, and to nobody's surprise, he was even more hideous beneath the whole mask there. There's like this demon head with a whole mask full of snakes. It was a nice motif though, but yeah, he got taken down pretty quickly too. And then
I feel like all of the zombies pretty much got taken out like quite quickly by them because like they're small minions, right? Like the whole thing is just for Jonathan to get to Dio so they can have their encounter again. And that was just really cool with them just going up and like Tom Petty, Strizo, and like Dyer just having having to take care of the other people, but Dyer also being like, no, wait, hold on a minute, I also have like a grudge against Dio because he killed my best friend. Like,
yeah,
let me go at him first.
Exactly. And of course, those 4 zombies who basically appear. Let's see, give their names and then are promptly killed almost instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't waste any kind of time to just keep getting to the point.
Yeah, and I think it's like Strizo just dropped a chandelier on them, and that was that. And I think they were, like Paige, Jones, Plant, and Bornham.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were also named after the Jimmy Page, John Paul Jones, Robert Plant, and John Bonham from Led Zeppelin.
I just love all the music references. Like, I don't get everything of it, but like, I think it's funny whenever like something just comes up and it's just like, yeah, I named it after a musician for like the 20th time.
Gotcha. And then, but man, that whole battle between JoJo and Dio was pretty freaking intense, though. And what also was very telling too was how Dyer just jumped into the fray there. I'm like, why are you doing this? He's gonna fucking kill you. Don't go in there.
Like, yeah, I was kind of like, if you go in there, you're gonna die, because, like, I don't care if you have known Sapelli for a long time. Like, of course you're gonna be sad and angry about it, but come on. Like, there's a reason Sapelli called JoJo the savior that needs to go up against Dio and sacrificed himself and gave him all of his energy to do it, because if you do it, you're gonna die.
Exactly, and now he tries doing that whole split kick attack there. Gets very close there within a striking distance, and then suddenly his legs are flash frozen because he contacted Dio.
Yeah, exactly. And like the whole ability with Dio being able to just freeze his enemies, like, it's so frustrating to
It really
watch,
is.
but it's a very cool ability.
No pun intended. I couldn't resist.
I mean, it is both.
And I also noticed that too, actually, considering how JoJo's abilities seem to tend toward like fire, I think, or toward the sun. So we have the whole fire and ice trope being played out over here too, which is also very cool.
Yeah, and I do like parallels like that when they do take out fire and ice and just polar opposites, pretty much, like going into parallels with Jonathan and Dio's characters.
Exactly, and I think by far Dyer I think had the best of the send-offs there in that episode too, because even though he's just ahead at that point, he fucking spits the rose back into Dio's eye and just like badly wounds him.
That was so funny though, when he just turned everything into ice, and he just turned Dyer into ice as well, just continue to freeze him, and he's just laying there in the roses and just doing a rose with Hamon energy, just poking him in the eye. It was so funny.
And also very telling too, considering when the second he gets his eye damaged, he's like, "How dare you scar my face!"
Exactly. Like, come on now, man. Like, there's nothing to be angry about. Like, that was just a simple rose. Roses that you use every time, is it not?
Exactly. And that's what gives JoJo the idea to use the roses against him too, as like a flechettes almost. And then of course the big battle with him using I think it was Blueford's sword. I think with the gift of luck and pluck, as he put it there, to try and fight back against him. Kind of corny, but it made sense though, because he was going to take everything that he'd taken with him into battle so far and use it to take him down.
And I think that was really cool as well, when he just used the sword that he got from Blueford and was just like, I will use this to avenge both Blueford, because he was trying to just avenge him in a way that he would be sleeping well in the afterlife, pretty much, and also going after Sapelli and being like, yeah, but you indirectly killed my master, and that's not all right.
Yeah, exactly. And and on top of all that too, though, it was like and he got within like striking distance of finally cutting him in half too, which was very satisfying to watch. I was like, yes, get him, take him down, get rid of this guy for good. And of course...
Yeah, exactly. And at the same time, I was also like, but wait, this is not going to be enough, is it?
Probably not, because, it's Dio. He can't go down just like that. And he's still speaking while cut in half. And then just to stop the blade. But also wanted to mention, too, there's one bit of that fight that just really got under my skin. It's like, because normally I don't mind, like, violence and gore and whatnot, too. But when he started getting there and playing with his carotid artery... in that one part there, it's so squishy. It's bringing it. I'm like, cut that out, man.
Yeah, I was like, ugh.
I was like visibly cringing the entire time. I haven't stopped grabbing my neck for days after that.
That was disgusting.
It
I
really
was like,
was.
no, don't show that. Like, I don't want to see him playing around with beads.
Exactly. It's like cut that out, man. It's like one more reason for me to hate you, man. Because now I got this feeling in my neck every single time now. Ugh. No, thank you. I didn't know that was possible.
Yeah, exactly. But some things will just set you off. I'm just
Yeah,
like, no,
yeah,
I don't want to do this.
nope, the fourth wall will not save you there, I'm afraid. But it was like, let's see, but finally, JoJo gets the drop on the guy there and finally just launches him off the roof there with the Hamon energy, damages him, and that's that. You see him falling off the roof there, like, in flames, ready to just fall apart, and the Hamon's about to reach his skull and kill him for good. And I think the hero is probably celebrated too soon, I think, considering Dio manages to sever his own head, which is bullshit, in my opinion.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, this guy's like fucking Sigma in Mega Man, he just does not die.
I mean, I was like, when Speedwagon announced that JoJo already had won when he pushed him over the balcony, and I was like, no. You did this once before with the burning house. Make sure that he's dead before you start celebrating, because it's so hard to fucking kill.
Exactly. It ain't over till it's over. And I'm telling you, though, it's like, that guy's got more lives than a fucking cat.
Oh yeah, but like that guy did say that he had the devil slug, so like he will be back, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, for sure. It's like I kid you not, in the very first Mega Man X game, a very similar thing happened when you're fighting against Sigma, the main villain of that story. He's a difficult fight, to be sure. Ironically, you also fight his dog to start with, then you fight him, and then once you take him out there, his head remains and goes into a giant robot you have to fight against after that.
Go into the giant robot, oh my god.
Like, can you imagine if Dio did that?
I mean, he could totally do that, though. Just put him inside a robot and be like, yep, this is totally gonna work.
Exactly. Or just have giant new robot forms based on his own head or something like Sigma did.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I just, like, hate the medicine man who just comes back like a monkey.
Oh my god.
Falling out and be like, I got your head. Now we'll find you another body this time.
I'm like, are you kidding me? This fucker again. His name was Wang Chen, I think.
Yeah, Wang Chen. Yeah.
And
I was like, are you serious? He's already killed.
And which is also ironic because Wang Chung's also one of my favorite groups from the 80s too. With their one song, "Everybody Wang Chung Tonight," I think it was. That was a fantastic song. But of course this guy has to go in there. Let's see, and as Jonathan's going on his honeymoon with Irina, they're finally getting a break. They're finally going to enjoy their lives, go off and do whatever. And you see these four guys loading a coffin on board of the ship or whatever. And it's like, what's this for? It's like, beats me, some weird Asian guy told us to put it on board. And I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, as soon as they said that, I was like, you fucking kidding me? Can they not get a break? They just got married. Let them be.
Exactly, but nope. Of course it wasn't to be, because the second they get on board the ship, let's see, Wang Chan basically converts one of those guys and then spreads the plague across the entire ship. Everybody's infected now. And then Dio comes out of there as a head with Wang Chan basically paralyzing him. And on top of all that too, Dio somehow has this bullshit eye laser ability which keeps JoJo from breathing.
I was just sort of laughing my ass off when he had the ice laser ability. I was like, what is this?
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now with this? Like, what is this?
Like, all of a sudden, he just uses the eye laser ability to just pretty much incapacitate JoJo from breathing and just being able to be like, yeah, I'm gonna take over your body now. And like, oh, you're kidding me? Like, when did you ever get this ability?
Exactly. It's like he's pulling bullshit out of thin air at this point.
I mean, I understand that he's a super strong being for taking over the mask and stuff, but in my head as well, because they also destroyed the mask when they raided the castle and defeated Dio in that town, shouldn't theoretically Dio die because the mask no longer exists?
You'd think so, yeah. But again, I guess the rules don't apply to Dio in that sense. I'm not too sure how it works myself, but they did say the mask was destroyed, it would stop the powers, right?
I think so, but maybe like there's something they don't know as well.
True.
Like I don't know how the masks work because they're very mysterious and things like that. The only thing you really know is that you get all of these vampire abilities when you put one on.
Mm-hmm. And it's just, it just keeps on going. And you got to watch the poor guy suffering in agony too. All the while, Irina's forced to watch the whole thing on top of all that too. And then of course,
it was just really heartbreaking. Just seeing Irina be like, "Yeah, but like I just want to die with you," and Jonathan is like, "No, but you gotta save that baby because that mother died from all of the zombies. Like you gotta save that baby."
Exactly, yeah. And I think she was already expecting at the time too, so they would have had two children to go with, one the adopted child there, as well as JoJo's actual son.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And
so
it's just
go on. Sorry.
Okay. No, it's just so sad because it was like I get why you want to save the child, but at the same time, like I get why she doesn't want to leave him though, because like she just want to die.
Let's see, but I'm glad she made the decision to actually get off the ship before it blew up, and it was also genius on JoJo's part to actually like destroy Wang Shan's head there and use his body to slow the ship up, and then cause the steam generator to explode.
Yeah, and Dio just being like, "You son of a bitch! No, why you do that? It's gonna explode. Do you want to die?" And it's like, "Yeah, we can just die together."
But honestly, though, if I had any remaining strength, I would have thrown his head far away from my body at that point into the fire, and not hold it with me. That was his mistake right there.
Yeah, I would not hold it with me as well. Like that was crazy. And also, since we never got confirmation that he died, Dio, like I swear to God, he's probably alive somewhere.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me at this point anyway, because he's still going to try and find a way to do something, or to somebody at least. Because as long as that head is still around there, it's still going to cause harm.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it probably go thrown into the water or something, just sank or something, and some fisher later down the line is going to pick it up. I don't know.
Exactly, and it was still super heartbreaking seeing Johnny just die there on his own wedding a honeymoon on the ship there.
Yeah.
But let's see. But thankfully, that isn't where the story ends, because now we have the new JoJo in New York City, his son Joseph Joestar, or grandson Joseph Joestar. His grandson, yeah, Joseph Joestar. Because I think his father was killed in the war. I think.
Yeah, his father was killed in the war, and his mother died from a disease. I think they said.
I think so. It might have been the influenza outbreak in the 1900s.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because about 100 years ago, there was also another plague going around, and unlike back then in the U.S., they actually had mask mandates then too, and they threw people in jail for violating that stuff.
Oh boy. Times have changed, haven't they?
I'll say people just got dumber over the last 100 years. But that's besides the point now.
Yeah, true.
But now we have that one kid, Smokey, I think it was, who steals his wallet there, gets caught by those two cops in the alleyway. And I just love how confident the Joseph Joestar is. He's
like he's cocky, but at the same time, he has the ability to back it up.
Like he's a good guy at heart too, but he definitely knows what's going on. He doesn't hesitate to kick somebody's ass.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then I also just love that, like, Joseph Joestar's entire character reminds me a lot of Gintoki from Gintama. Like, Gintama is like one of the best comedy anime ever created. I love that show so much. But they have also the same voice actors, so that was also fun to just hear Gintoki's voice actor as Joseph Joestar being like just acting like he always does for Gintoki, and it's like, wow, you guys are really similar as characters. That's great. I love you guys.
Nice. I'll have to watch that at some point too. Maybe we can do that for our next series coming up. We'll see.
Like, it's really long, but it's really good.
It sounds like it too. I definitely want to check it out though. But man, oh man, though, it's just also really cool watching how Joseph does not take anybody's shit. like
Yeah, I just love how he just, even though Smokey just stole his wallet and ran away with it, how he just got onto the police and being like, nah, I don't like this. Like, he just gave me, like, I gave the wallet to him. What can you do to prove it?
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, the one cop's like, what are you kidding? I can do whatever I want there. And in response to that, and the guy, like, wiping his snot on the guy's face there, he just basically just breaks the guy's nose.
I know. Just punching him in the face, being like, you said something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness me. And I'm trying to think too as well, because I think afterwards they wind up going into off to a restaurant or so. I was up kind of late watching the episodes too, so I'm still kind of foggy on the details, but I do remember they went to a restaurant afterwards, and with Smokey in there, and the one guy starts cursing him out there. It's like, we don't allow we don't allow that kind of. It's like, do you have something to say to my friend over here? He's a friend of ours. And then and it's like, JoJo. It's like, Granny, are you saying I shouldn't do this? It's like, no, you can go beat him up. No one insults our friends like that, but mind the other customers. It's like, I was hoping you'd say that.
Yeah, I just love Irina's like mindset here, because like, fuck you for being racist, first of all, being like, no, this is not all right to be racist. Like, even if you live in the 50s right now, it's still not all right.
Exactly, yeah. And on top of all that too, it was also interesting seeing the one guy as an associate of Speedwagon, letting them know about the situation going on in Mexico with the what's it called? With that one temple they found over there, because I think Strizo was taken over as after Tom Petty had passed, I think.
Yeah, Strizo is the headmaster of like teaching kids about Hamon, like Tom Petty was. Like, Speedwagon at this point is like an oil, like pretty much like owns a lot of oil land, I think, or something like that.
That's
and he's
right, yeah.
just a millionaire or a billionaire or something like that. He's very rich, and like that's also really cool to see, because even like, I think like in general in anime, it's so cool to just see the epilogue of stuff, like when so much time have passed, and you just see what the characters are up to.
Exactly, yeah. I like seeing character growth like that too, and it's good to see that yes, Speedwagon became a tycoon and made a name for himself.
Yeah, especially seeing that he started from nothing in the slums.
And on top of all that too, he also managed to find that temple in Mexico. Funded the expedition and discovered that whole big tree with that guy on it. And then that's, of course, when Strizo shows his true colors. And I'm like, not you too, Strizo. Not you of all people.
Yeah, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, why are you saying that you admire Dio with how beautiful and how gracious that he was?
It's like, no, the guy was a fucking... Yeah.
Like, did you see that he was also a monster trying to kill humanity?
Exactly. The guy was a freaking animal. It's like just because you got a boner for Dio doesn't mean you have the right to just do that sort of thing. There, it's like you want to get that sort of people involved. That's your business, but you just basically doomed everybody at that point.
Yeah, exactly. And like, shouldn't we be more concerned about this human in the pillar and all of these masks, instead of just taking one and being like, yeah, this is my calling to be beautiful and like go back to my youth and stuff like that? And it's like, are you kidding me? And why would you kill Speedwagon to begin with?
And on top of all that too, it's like the whole point of you doing this was to pass it on to the next generation, not to do a selfish wish to be young again. It's like you've gone against all your teachings at this point.
Yeah. Because at this point, if you would just ignore some of it just to become younger again, like, what would it matter? Like, you are gonna die anyways. Yeah, of course, with the mask you're gonna be immortal, but all of the things that you would lose in the process, is that really worth it?
Yeah, it totally isn't. because you basically lost yourself. You now have to become an animal to live, in a sense. You got to feed on other people to keep yourself alive, and let's see, and worse still, now you've opened up the pathway for other people to find out about the the pillar guy as well. Because sure as shit, now the Nazis have come into Mexico and take the pillar guy back to their own base for their own use.
Yeah, and it was really weird, just like because when I saw what time this was, I was like, oh yeah, this adds up with the Second World War and stuff. But it was still a bit uncomfortable to just see the Nazis just pull up like they did. I was like, oh no.
Exactly, yeah. And I also want to say too, the confrontation with JoJo and Strizo was also very good. Because there's chilling in a cafe, him and Smokey there, and they're talking about like women's underwear or push-up bras in a in a magazine, and out of the corner of his eye, spots someone staring at him at the restaurant there, and he's like, I know you're watching me out here. Something's going on there. And then and it's like, what are you gonna do now? And then he's like, you gotta be a vampire in that case, So in that case, just pulls out a Tommy gun and just starts blazing away at him. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Where did this come from?
Like, where did you get that gun? How are you just blasting shit?
Exactly. Where did JoJo get his hands on a Tommy gun?
Like, that was actually insane how he just pull up the gun and just starts blasting straight something. And like, yeah, I know that maybe you won't die from this because of all the stories I've heard from my grandma Irina, but like, I could try at least to make you distracted or something like that.
Exactly. And then he's like, and Smokey's going like, hello Tenchi, how you doing today? How's stream going? So far, so good. Let's see, a bit on the quiet side, but you know what, though? We're all here having a fun time, and that's what matters right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Hope you're doing well, Tenchi.
And JoJo's been, like, one hell of a ride so far, so it's been really enjoyable.
It really has. It's like, it takes you on one roller coaster ride to another at this point. It's
yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's like where Death Note took you on one long roller coaster ride, this one jumps the tracks like 15 times over. and I'm all for it.
Pretty much, yeah.
And on top of all that, oh my lord, when he notices that all of the bullets have dents in them from when he was just from absorbing all the bullet impacts, I'm like, he just emptied like a whole clip into him at that point, and he's still going.
Yeah, I know. And the way that he's just being like Strizo thinking that he has the upper hand at this point because he doesn't have any ammo left. I just love the Joseph quirk of just being able to foretell what people are gonna say and they get so shocked about it.
Yep. Like in that back in the other restaurant when he had the guy punching the coat rack with the thorns on it.
That's it.
It's like, why? How did he even get that together? It's like, what were you punching over there? You thought you were punching me, but you were punching a coat rack over there. And now you're going to say, how the hell is that possible? How the hell is that possible?
I mean, it makes me wonder if like Joseph somehow can see like a little bit into the future or anything like that. Because like, yeah, how does he do that?
Probably.
Or is he just that good at reading people?
Probably. I'm not too sure. Maybe it's both at this point.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's see. Tenchi says, just woke up. No worries there. I still need to watch JoJo. Yes, you do. You do need to watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It starts off very intense, but it gets a whole lot better as it goes on. But
like JoJo is ridiculous from start to like so far from what we have watched though, because it just the first 3 episodes is like watching one season of anime and being like, holy shit, did I just watch a whole season of anime in 3 episodes?
Yeah,
and then
it
just
feels like
continues.
It. It totally feels like a full season in just 3 episodes of the show. It's ridiculous. And on top of all that too, it's like back on the Strizo fight too. He goes in there and he's like, you hit me with a grenade, really? It's like, take a look at the grenade there, and it's attached to like 5 other grenades. on his
That was so
back.
funny.
He's like, "You son of a," and blows up. I don't know how they keep doing this shit, but I love it. And of course, JoJo's like, let's say Smokey's just going like, "Do you realize what you've done?" And he's like, "Yeah, the property damage is going to be through the roof at this point." It's like, that's not the point there. You just killed somebody.
Everyone else is going like, "Oh my god, he's a murderer! Someone catch him! He needs to get jail time!" And he's just over here being like, "Oh man, Grandma Irina is gonna be so mad at me. Like, this is gonna be so
It's like
expensive."
that's the least of your worries right now, buddy. You're lucky the police didn't show up at this point and try to book you for murder. And he's like, I'm sure hope that wasn't a man in there. Otherwise, jail time's going to be the least of my worries.
Right.
And then as soon as he sees Strazo getting right back up again after the explosion, he's like, his legs are still weak. So that's the opening we need right there. It's like, what are we going to do? We're going to hightail it out of here. Go. And he just runs.
Exactly, just running away.
I was thinking to myself, he's going to run, isn't he? It's like, yup, called it. He's going to run. He's totally going to run.
Exactly. And Mr. also being like, do you all have a favorite character yet?
Oh, I definitely have a couple of favorites already. Let's see. I loved Baron Zeppeli, loved Jonathan Joestar. Joseph Joestar is even better so far. And also, what was it? Also enjoyed Speedwagon too. I liked him a lot.
Yeah, I think for me, it's probably like I really like Joseph Joestar so far. He's very he's very likable as a main character, I would say, and Zeppeli is also like one of like those mentor kind of characters that I've always enjoyed in anime. Speedwagon is just that funny sidekick kind of character, so I really enjoy his vibe as well because he's like such a big bro, and he never like left. He was like left. He was so loyal to the Joestars. Like, I love him.
He absolutely is too. And even later in life, he's still helping them out, like getting by and supported Irina as well as Jonathan and Joseph.
Yeah, and Joseph just being like, "Are you sure there's nothing between you guys?" And Irina just getting really fucking mad.
And just beats the shit out of him with the umbrella. It's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
And it's like, yeah, you did, but fair question.
If Joseph Joestar has one weakness, it's that he doesn't know when to watch his mouth.
No, he has zero filters. Like, he says whatever is on his mind.
It's so good to watch. I love it so much. Like when he's trying to rescue the. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine. You're going to continue.
So it's like when he's going to rescue the woman that Strazo had kidnapped and has on the Brooklyn Bridge, and he's like getting ready to it's like, one move and I'll throw her off. It's like, you think I date an old hag like that? And it's like she's young and good looking, and he's trying to basically call his bluff or whatever. And as soon as he sees that he's hurt her, he's like you son of a bitch, just goes full on ready to fight there, jumps onto the bridge and starts fighting him.
Yeah, exactly. I was a little bit like trying to read his character because like in the beginning he was like, "Man, I need to learn how to control my temper," and it's like, JoJo, I feel like you are more like a justifiable person than that. Like, and then he just got really mad, and I was like, "See, I knew you had it in you."
Yeah, exactly. And it was just so funny to watch that, and more satisfying to see him actually like lose his shit and get in there and actually fight for what actually matters. Because there is a time and a place for using anger to fight, as it were.
Yeah, that's true.
Like against somebody who's utterly despicable, then go for it. All bets are off. No holds are barred.
Yeah, and I mean, like, Joseph, like, he's just been able to use the Hamon energy a lot, but, like, he's not been trained in it whatsoever, so he's very new to this whole thing still. And him just being like, I don't know how to use it, I've just always been able to use it. And that's, like, probably something Jonathan also could do, but, like, needed something more to awaken it, probably, like, with Zeppeli just touching him.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And Tenchi says, I have some errands to get done, so I'll be lurking. No worries. Have fun. Thank you, Tenchi. Thank you for stopping in. And also, thank you for the lurk too. I always appreciate it. Thank you very much. Let's see, but yeah, sorry, you were saying? I didn't mean to bump in there.
No, it's fine. So I feel like most of the Joestars probably have some kind of hidden like Hamon energy, like kind of thing being born with it, but like Jonathan just needed to awaken it before he could use it. But like that doesn't seem to be the case with Joseph, but he's still very inexperienced with fighting with it, obviously.
That's true. I'm wondering if I wonder if his if Irina taught him about that sort of thing too, or had some assistance from Strizo maybe, or from one of the other people that Tom Petty had trained with.
Yeah, that's true, because I mean, like, Strizo has the upper hand in the sense that he's always been learning about Hamon energy, so he's a master at it. So, like, I was thinking, like, but wait, how are you gonna defeat Strizo though? Because he knows both Hamon and he have the power from the mask. Like, that's gonna be a very tough enemy to defeat, even if you're a Joestar. So I feel like the way that he went out was kind of bullshit. I was like, what was the point?
Exactly. Plus, he stole the bullshit eye lasers too in that fight, and managed, and then Joseph managed. Sorry, Jonathan. So yeah, Joseph managed to just reflect them back with the those two shot glasses lined with Hamon energy.
That was also funny how he did that. And I was like, wait, how do you have Hamon glasses just readily available to go?
Exactly. The dude's like crazy prepared for any situation. It's ridiculous.
But that also makes it very entertaining to watch as well, because you never know what Joseph is going to be up to.
Oh, tell me about it. Like, the man's unpredictable, and that's what makes it so much fun to watch.
Yeah, no, it's very entertaining, but like it was also really satisfying when he ran in to try and save the girl and just started fighting Strizo, and Strizo like just kind of falling because he lost his balance or something, and just Joseph just catching him, and he's just questioning it, like, why did you catch me? It was like, well, did you want to die?
Exactly. Yeah, it's like I need some more answers too. What's going on there? What happened out there? What happened to the others? And it's like and then he says, I pushed them out of the temple into the river because I couldn't bear seeing them suffer any further. And then we finally see that Speedwagon still alive.
Yeah, and I got so happy when I realized Speedwagon was still alive. I was like, there's no fucking way you actually killed Speedwagon like that. Like, Strizo, come on. Like, he's one of the reasons you're actually alive today.
Exactly, yeah. And on top of all that, too, it's like, and then we finally see that he's being held captive by the Nazis and that one major guy, whatever his name was.
Oh, yeah, like Vonheim or something?
I think so, yeah, whatever it was. And then we find out what's happening over there. He's like, that's it, we gotta go on a road trip to Mexico. We're getting out of here. And then, and of course the one girl starts accosting him saying, like, you called me an old hag on the bridge there. And it's like, I don't remember any of that, really. And he's like, I gotta watch my mouth at this.
Yeah, that was so funny. But also just the way that Strizo was also like blowing himself up with Hamon inside of his body. I was like, wait, but if you're gonna blow yourself up with Hamon energy inside yourself, why did you turn yourself into a vampire to begin with, even though your like real goal was, I guess, to only become a vampire so you can get youth again? But that's such a shitty reason.
It really is, too. It's like, you basically killed off a character that was originally good just because he had a boner for Dio and wanted to be young again. That's basically all his motivation was.
Yeah, and it doesn't make sense because, like, yeah, you were getting old, but like everyone will die someday. Like, it's not worth it to just create a taboo, kill someone, and then just ignore the problem at hand with the Pillar Man.
Exactly, because then who's going to be able to stop that sort of thing? Not even a vampire can, as we'll soon discover.
Yeah.
And then, and I think one of the funniest parts I'd seen so far, up to this point, between the anvil, JoJo with the fucking Tommy gun and the grenades, and the and this part coming up here, it's like it gets ridiculous, and I love it because when he encounters that one Nazi commando in the desert. And gets like gets knocked to the floor there, and has a boot to his neck there, and he puts his hormone energy into the cactus next to the guy. Inflates. It's like, what's this cactus over here? It's like, don't you want to move at that point? It's like, no, you're just gonna stand there and stare at it some more, and put your face right up next to it, and the cactus explodes in his face. And just
That was
covers
so
him.
fucking funny when that happened. I was like, wait, but like, if you like, do you really want to look at something that's about to be like looks weird or something like that? Should you not move away from it?
Yeah, at that point, I would just bolt out of there. It's like, if there's an exploding cactus, that's a grenade ready to go off. I'm getting away from that thing. And he's just like prickled from head to toe in cactus thorns.
Yeah, and then Joseph just turns around and just bangs him to the ground and just puts his shoe on his face and being like, "You sure you want to tell me everything you know so I can spare your life?"
And then, he, of course, he's going like, so you didn't realize that the cactus was my goal. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. And I can't even anymore with this thing. It's absolutely insane. I'm all for it.
I know.
I'm just like, please tell me he gets an anvil for this part too. Like, if he can get a cartoon anvil again, that would be so fucking funny. I want to see a rehash of what happened with Doobie again. And then he makes his way over to the compound. He leaves the guy tied to the cactus, of course, which has to suck because he's got to stay there for God knows how long, probably dying of thirst now and being impaled by cactus needles. And he's got to go to the base now where those two SS troopers are at the gates there, and then goes up there, and he actually tries to disguise himself as a woman.
That was so fucking funny. I was rolling. I was laughing so hard.
It's like, how did you think that was gonna work?
I mean, especially with your build, like, come on.
Yeah, even the troopers are like, you're built like an ox, dude. You're not getting through us. Like, how did you think that was gonna work? It's like, yeah, I guess we're doing it the old-fashioned way. Just knocks them both out.
Yeah, and him just being like, oh, well, I guess I will just fight you then.
Yep. Gets 2 bottles of champagne there, uses the hormone, and just pops the corks into their heads. Or no, he doesn't do that. He pops the corks, hits 2 coconuts on a tree there, and knocks them onto their heads. It's like the cartoon physics are unreal in this thing.
And that's why I love it so much.
It's like that first anvil's now coconuts. What's gonna happen next?
Like, at some point, you just gotta be a little bit like, this is just a little silly, but at the same time, it's just that's bizarre in the title, so you just gotta deal with it.
Exactly. I'm not complaining whatsoever. It's great. I love it. I'm all about it.
And then you like, because as soon as they start introducing some kind of bullshit, like with Dio's like eye power, all of a sudden it's like, wait, what? But then it's also like, oh, okay.
Exactly.
I guess.
It's like, okay, we can do that now.
I mean, no, but like, now we can apparently. It's like, oh, okay, I see. I will just roll with it, I guess.
Exactly. They have eye lasers now. They have eye lasers now. Okay, whatever. And then, and now you get the part where they awaken the Pillar Man from the confinement as well, because they.
Oh yeah, because when I saw that, I was like, "Are you fucking dumb?"
Because I can guarantee you, he's not going to listen to you.
Oh no, but like he just seems to be this almighty being. But like, are you sure you want to awaken someone like that? Like, you're not gonna be able to control him. Like, oh, you're fucking dumb.
Because it's like, yeah, we have a 50 centimeter steel room over here with air filters, sprinklers, flamethrowers, time bombs, machine guns. It's like, that's not gonna work against a supernatural being, dude. It's like they probably didn't watch Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, exactly. And like Speedwagon being there and also being like, oh no, that's not gonna fucking work, you guys. And like the German soldiers just telling him to shut the fuck up. And I was like, Guys, he's one of those guys that was there from the beginning, and there's someone who's supposedly more powerful than Dio.
Mm-hmm. Because the second they wake him up there and turn a vampire loose on him, the guy just fucking eats the vampire.
Yeah, he just eats the vampire, and I'm like, oh my god, yeah, of course, that makes sense. Because he's just some kind of being that seems to be above the vampires, like, I don't know, a vampire god or something.
Mm-hmm. Essentially, he just absorbs him with his whole body there and just uses it like a mouth and just eats him from the inside out. Like, I'd never seen anything like that before, and I'm like, oh my god. And all the while he's trying to find a way out of there and goes through the ventilation shafts. Let's see, contorts his whole body into like an accordion and goes through it. And just like breaks his bones, rearranges his skeleton so he can actually move through the corridor, and then goes into that one soldier's body. And he's like, you there, stay away from the vent. It's dangerous. And of course, like the guy with the cactus, he has to lean right there and look into the vent. Like, huh?
Yeah, I was like, wait, hold up, wait a minute. Like, you mean he can dislocate his body that much that it can go through the vents?
Mm-hmm. So like 4-centimeter wide vents. He can go through that, and with appalling speed too, just launches himself into the guy there, and just subsumes him from the inside out, and just turns him into like the Pillsbury Doughboy at that point.
And I was kind of like, great, because now you guys did it to yourself. I just hope Speedwagon can get out all right.
Mm-hmm. And of course the guy manages to absorb all the gunfire there, makes bullets out of his makes guns out of his fingers, and starts shooting back at them some more.
Like, that's actually insane, because like, he learned like human language, how to walk, how to do all of this shit in like less than like 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Like, there's a reason why he's a super being. You can't defeat this thing.
Yeah, exactly. You really can't.
Or maybe at least somebody else can, considering right there in the room, it's like you thought it was a Nazi soldier. Surprise, it was JoJo.
I mean, I just love how he walks up to Speedwagon being like, I will get you out. And like, Speedwagon is immediately like, I don't need help from any German soldier.
Yep.
And he's like, but no, I'm not a German soldier.
It's like that.
I'm here to save you.
Mm-hmm. It's like that ability, that personality. Can it be? It's like, and yup, it's JoJo. All right. He's and there he is, getting ready to take on this new bad guy as well, and just yanks it apart of the commandant's hair and starts using it to try and fight against the vampire guy.
And yeah, when he just starts fighting it, and like his Hamon energy just activates, and like this being just being like, huh? Like, what do you mean I can't absorb him?
It's like hair. And then of course he says to the Nazi commandant, going like, you should use moisturizer in your hair. You're gonna go bald soon. Because of course he would do that, because he has no filter.
I mean, yeah, like there's no reason for him to be nice to these people as well, because as he says, like, you did it to yourself.
Exactly, yeah. But man, oh man. Let's see, I probably should have gone ahead to the fight with that one, but I didn't. I kind of regret doing that now, but...
Yeah.
Let's see, but all in all, though, this was a great set of episodes to watch, too. Still bummed about the loss of Zeppeli, though. Because he was so cool, though.
Yeah. I really enjoyed Zeppeli. Like, he was really cool, and like, when he said that he was married and left that life behind to go pursue the masks, I was like, there's still a chance to get, like, Zeppeli, like, descendants, and that goes into their father's, like, footprints and stuff like that. Can he please do that? Because I need more Zeppeli bloodlines in this show, because it was so good.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure that there has to be more of them, too. There just has to be more Zeppelis out there.
Yeah, because I'm also wondering, like, with this whole Hamon thing, like, now when Tom Petty died, Striso's dead, Dyer's dead, like, who is left to teach everyone about the Hamon energy? Like, there must be some teacher out there.
Let's see. So I don't know. Where do you think it's going to go from there, though?
Like it's gonna go crazy. I can see that, and I feel like this is also the part of the story where the author also like slowly starts introducing like the entire plot of the phase, because I was not expecting it to have a pillar man with several different masks suddenly introduced, being like, yeah, this is a fake, and it was like, what the fuck?
And I can't wait to see where it goes, though. It's been a hell of a ride so far, and I just cannot wait to see where we go from there.
Like, whenever you think you know where something's going, especially in JoJo, you definitely don't know where it's going, because like it's so unpredictable.
Exactly, and you don't. It can go any which way. It's gonna be like it's like I'm just going down the shop for some groceries over here, and the next thing you know, it's like a whole vampire attacked the place there, and I got to use all the food in the store to fight it, to destroy it.
I mean, yeah, because like when we started this, everyone was still alive fighting Tarkas, and then we moved to where we ended, and everyone's pretty much dead from the previous generation. Like, of course, yeah, it's like 50 years later, or 39 years later, or something like that. But like where do we go from here? Like in the 6 next episodes, are we gonna like be like everyone is gonna be dead at that point as well? Like, what's gonna happen? I have no clue.
You got me on that one, but. Either way, though, it's gonna be good, and I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah.
Oh my goodness me, it is going to be good.
It's gonna be a really fun watch. Like I can't actually see what to expect. Like I actually watched episode 14 as well, because I felt like that was a good point to stop, because it just pretty much like does everything to do with the Pillar Man as well. But this has just been a really good show so far, and like I'm excited to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it really has. I didn't know what to expect from it, except from like the what I'd seen of it in like popular media or memes or whatever. But oh my god, it has been absolutely phenomenal, and I can't help but want more of it now.
I mean, it's one of those shows that just hooks you, and then you're kind of stuck. You're just kind of being like, yeah, I want to bench this.
And you just got to keep on going.
Yeah, because JoJo is kind of long as well, because like you have the several different parts to it. Like this is like part 1 and part 2, and then you have part 3 and part 4 and part 6, and like everything.
And it's gonna be, it's gonna be one hell of a ride, though. But. And
it's going to be really good.
and I can't thank you enough for being a part of it too. So I'm just glad to see that it's been it didn't disappoint in any way whatsoever. It's just going to keep on being awesome.
Yeah, of course. Like I didn't know what to expect of JoJo. Like I've only seen like the fighting and the memes somewhat, and then it's like going into it being totally different from what I thought, but it was still like extremely unpredictable, but also like fun and like very amusing. Like it was extremely fun to watch these episodes, and just getting introduced to like all of the characters in New York and Mexico and like in Germany, like everything just being intertwined. Like it was really interesting to see.
Yeah, exactly. And it also begs the question too, what's going to happen like 40 or 50 years down the line too? Is it going to go into I think it also continues on into the 90s as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that could definitely happen. Like I'm not sure, like because I feel like this entire thing with the masks, I feel like it can continue to keep going, because there's so much about the mask that we don't know, and apparently there's just like a whole bunch of them. So a lot of shit can happen, especially like when you see everything with Striso, and you thought he was a good guy, and suddenly he just gets into his own temptation and things like that, and it's like, okay, but I thought you were a good guy. What's going on?
Exactly, and then suddenly you get a boner for Dio in the middle of a fight. It's like, does nothing?
It's like that's not the point, man.
Yeah, does nothing bother you anymore at this point? Are you going to keep on fighting, or are you going to fight for what's right, or are you just going to keep on fulfilling your selfish desires? You don't know what to expect from anybody. You don't know who to trust. You don't know where anybody's going to go at that point forward. Like, what's going to happen next? Is the next villain going to suddenly just become a good guy?
That would actually be kind of funny if it happens. But I mean, like, at this point, the only thing we can trust is pretty much like Joseph himself and being like, and trust Speedwagon because like he's always been such a bro. But otherwise, I'm not sure. Like Smokey, a little bit maybe, but like at the same time, he's kind of a thief. So I'm not sure if it can be trusted. But maybe he can be that kind of bro character that Speedwagon was to Jonathan. I'm not sure.
I got faith in the guy though, considering it's like as soon as he watches the vampire coming back to life, he's like please God, don't let it. I will never steal again as long as you get this thing away from me.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is very true. I mean, I do like Smokey as a character as well. Like he's very like a young kid and like getting guidance, I guess, from JoJo as well. So that was also really touching to see. Yeah,
same here. And I hope that guy goes far though in life though. I hope he manages to get away from being a pickpocket.
I mean, like if Speedwagon can move from the slums to being a tycoon, I feel like he would be fine.
Absolutely. I wonder if he'll keep that trend going, though, because we've already seen one guy go from rags to riches.
Oh, yeah, true.
So I just wonder where it's going to go from here, though. But
I mean, I feel like it's impossible to speculate where it's going to go, because there's so many different possibilities that you can go with this show. It's actually insane.
Precisely. Oh, I almost forgot, too, that one flashback to when Speedwagon's plane got hijacked.
Oh, yeah.
And you just see a couple guys with Tommy guns ready to go. It's like you there. Give us what you got there. It's like, I'm reading my comic. Can you go away already? And JoJo just does not give a single fuck about what's going on.
He's like, I'm just a passenger on this. Can you leave me the fuck alone?
And gets clubbed with a gun there, knocked into Speedwagon. And it's like, the plane's being hijacked, right? It's like, yes. And then
I was kind of like, and I don't care. Like, please get me out.
And then it's like, we just need the pilot to fly the plane, right? It's like, that's right, yeah, why? And he uses hum on the pilot to disorient him and make him collapse. The plane spins out of control, and he starts like knocking the other guys out there. And it's like tie the pilot in the chair. We're getting out of here now. And they're just marooned somewhere, and God knows where. After the plane crashes, and they're like, "Did you even think this thing through there? We're stuck." It's like, "Oh yeah, I didn't think of that. My bad." It's like he does not even think more than 2 seconds ahead for anything, and I love it.
Yeah, it was so funny. Like the thing that he just does, he's so impulsive with everything that he does. Like he doesn't think anything through, but it's always so entertaining to watch as well. He's being like, also seeing like everyone being like, "You're crazy," and he's like, "Am I?"
It's so ridiculous. It's like, I don't remember doing that whatsoever. It's like he's no short-term memory whatsoever.
Yeah,
or any recollection, like your actions have consequences, dude. Stop doing this shit. And oh my goodness me. But I also wonder what would have happened too if they managed to survive on the ship too. Like where would they have gone though? Like what would happen with their lives? Would we see a story about maybe a potential George Joestar II or something like that?
I feel like that could maybe have been the case of just seeing like, also like obviously seeing JoJo more like as a father and like raising his son and all of this stuff, and just being like, yeah, but like this is what it is to be like a father, and more like a slice of life aspect to it, but also like training his son and like Hamon, I guess, and things like that. But like it's kind of sad that we don't get to see much about his son. We only get to see his grandson, or like being like, oh yeah, but his father died, and it's like, yeah, but that's sad though. I wanted to see more about his son.
Exactly. I would have loved to have seen like Hamon usage during World War I. That would have been amazing.
Yeah, that would have been really cool.
It's like, can you imagine he's actually going out there to fight there? Here's about what, like, imagine that. That's like a whole plot arc right there. Like, think about it. You got you got a guy with Hamon powers. He's heard what happened to his father. He's heard about all kinds of stuff there. He wants to be a hero like his dad was. And then it's like are there vampires out there too? That could be a plot point for like the Imperial German Army in World War I. Maybe they had access to Hamon powers or something. And then you see like some sort of villainous superpower, trying to do a similar thing to what the Major was doing there, trying to uncover Hamon to make a sort of supercharged German soldiers to break through the trench lines. Or you see, it would kind of be like out of like almost like Wonder Woman in the DC continuity in the movies. When you did you see that movie at all or no?
I haven't seen that movie, but I've seen like clips of it, but I haven't seen the entire movie.
Gotcha. It has similar plot points to it as well, considering Wonder Woman actually helps break some of the trench lines in World War I and fights with a bunch of soldiers back then. When she encounters a soldier who basically is like, it's like what's going on? It's like what war's out there? It's like the war to end all wars. And they're like, oh shit, is this the end times for us right now? And so she helps fight in World War I against a whole bunch of villainous characters. And that could be an interesting point too, seeing George Joestar in action doing something similar. Like using Hamon in trench warfare. Like using his ability to just leap between trenches there and just start fighting bad guys left and right, just like taking out a whole line of German troopers. And let's see, and then one day he like meets his end fighting against somebody similarly powerful. Like maybe somebody who was a disciple of Dio or something similar there who's trying to and then Strazo witnesses the whole thing going on there as well. It's like, maybe Dio was right. That could explain more on that character arc, too.
Like, I wouldn't even be surprised if Dio just comes back in some shape or form, like with like a son, a descendant, a disciple, something like that, to just keep the Dio bloodline going. Just because you have the Joestar's family and, like, you have this feud that will never fucking end.
Exactly. It's like the Hatfields and the McCoys on steroids over here.
Yeah. Because imagine, that it's something that definitely could happen.
It's like, can you imagine? It's like many years into the future. It's like in like the 2300s. The great grandchildren of the Joestars and the Brandos are still fighting each other.
Oh my god, that would be a little bit ironic, like, because in the end it's gonna be like, wait, how did this all start? And everyone's like, I don't know, it's just a fake.
It's like well, your granddad was a dick to my granddad.
And it's like, but I'm not my granddad. Why are you a dick to me?
It's like I don't care. And then JoJo's grandson kicks Dio's grandson's dog or something like that.
Yeah.
And it just keeps on going into perpetuity.
That would be ridiculous, but I could see that happen, yeah.
or even crazier still, if you want to really explore the bizarre aspect of this whole thing, if we're talking hypotheticals, it's like, imagine, sorry, I mean to butt my headset there. Like, imagine, if you will, like a, just going back into primordial times.
Oh my god.
You just see like amoeba versions of them fighting each other.
Oh my god, that would be funny as fuck.
And an amoeba version kicks an amoeba dog. And all the other amoeba friends in the protozoa are still fighting each other. Because it's like and if you think this is far-fetched, I actually saw it on a TV show once before. It was like on Sylvester and Tweety with Looney Tunes, where they were explaining evolution or something like that, and it just shows the whole primordial soup with a whole bunch of like blob-like beings going after each other, and it shows a blob-like version of Sylvester chasing a blob Tweety, and it's like, I thought I taught a putty blob. I did taught a putty blob.
That would be so funny, though. Like, I love that idea.
I've been trying to find that for 20 years. It really is. I've been trying to find that for like 20 years now. I can't find that clip anywhere. And then you see the Dio blob dropping a steamroller blob on top of him or something like that. And it's like, wait, how do we get steamroller blobs back then? It's like, just roll with it. We're in the primordial era right now. Or what's next? Dinosaur versions of JoJo and Dio?
Yeah, because I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, because like, this could really be something that just keeps going for eternity if it wants to.
Mm-hmm. And then you see entire planetoids fighting each other. I don't know. Now it's getting really ridiculous. Like the whole plot point just keep on going on forever and ever, and it still probably will never end.
And I mean, the crazy part about it is like it would still be entertaining to watch because like so far it's been a blast just watching these guys go up against each other.
And it makes you wonder what the music references are going to be into the future too, because considering they used every single reference from the 80s and 90s so far, and even before then too. And I think even Bluford and Tarkus were named after bands too.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they were, because I feel like every name in this is somehow reference to some kind of musician or group or whatever. Like this artist really likes their music. It names like artists.
Let's see. Let me have a look real quick. Hang on a second over here. And yep, sure as shit. Sure as shit. Tarkus is named after the song and album Tarkus by Emerson. And Bluford is named after the musician Bill Bluford, or Bill Bruford from Yes and King Crimson.
That's so funny. I just love how they just keep referencing like musicians and artists and things like that.
Exactly, yeah. Even Danny was a reference to music. It's a reference to Danny's song by Loggins and Messina.
That's so fun.
It was Kenny Loggins and Jim Messina, I think. You know Kenny Loggins, right? The guy who did Highway to the Danger Zone for Top Gun.
Yeah.
And in fact, even Strizo was also that too. Yeah, Dyer and Strizo were from Dire Straits. So there we go.
I mean, I just feel like this is gonna keep going.
Yep.
Throughout the entire series as well.
And in fact, even crazier still, there's even a band named Dio.
Oh, really?
Even before this too. It came from the heavy metal singer Ronnie James Dio, founder of the band Dio.
Oh my god, that's amazing, actually.
So, and these are all bands that came out before JoJo came around in the 80s. So it's a lot older than that too. And even that one guy, Adams, we saw there was named for Bryan Adams, one of my favorite singers from the 80s too.
Yeah.
And of course Father Styx, based on the band Styx. And wouldn't you believe it, even Poco is named after the band Poco.
Oh my god.
It's an American country band named Poco.
That's actually so much fun.
And as far as I can tell too, yeah, Smokey I thought was named for Smokey and the Bandit. Because, I think that was a Burt Reynolds movie or something like that, or that's just my thinking. I don't know what's going on. But I do know that, let's see, from what I've seen, though, yeah, Smokey was named after Smokey Robinson as well as James Brown. And so you got Smokey Brown. There we go.
I love how it never ends, but like I just love the creativity as well, because like trying to figure out a good name for every character is a very hard thing to do, and like making it be related to music but still having it like fit into the narrative of the story as well.
It really does. And much like a rock concert, it's an absolute joy to watch. And it goes absolutely over the top at times too.
That's true.
Because it wouldn't surprise me if they factored in like the ridiculousness of the various 80s hair metal bands or death metal groups into their performances. Like with all the flashy pyrotechnics and jumping around on stage and stuff like that. It's like what's next? Are they going to start like crowd surfing onto bad guys?
I mean, at this point, they could very well be doing that. Why?
I know, right?
Just make up a Ramon move. You're starting to crowd surf or something.
It's like I use my new stand over here, crowd surfing. Let's say the audience rally to me, and just like a whole bunch of lights start appearing out of the ground. Zombies start rising up there and start like carrying the guy over into battle. While he plays.
Just being like crowd surfing overdrive.
Crowd surfing overdrive.
That would be what they would do.
It's like a fucking spirit bomb for JoJo. It just gathers all the people's energy nearby into one solid punch. The crowd surfing overdrive. It's like the ultimate technique is it just relies on people over here. We talk about JoJo. Yes, we are. Hikaru the Cosmic Oni. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are indeed talking about JoJo. Oh my god. We were discussing, we discussed the 6 and 12 episodes of the series so far, or 6 through 12 rather. And now we're going on basically into full-blown theory right now. Like what could come next, musical references in the series. And I'm all about it too. Like we're just discussing, like what could be a potential spirit bomb for the JoJo series, like crowd surfing overdrive. Channeling people's energy into one solid punch, and that's that. Oh my goodness me. JoJo's my favorite anime. Is that right? That's pretty freaking cool. I was gonna say, was that what inspired your style, by the way? Because I can see that you have a sort of a delinquent look too, but it looks kind of like JoJo in a way. If that is the case, that's fucking amazing, dude. And what else was there? Oh, I also totally forgot too with Dio Brando, because his last name is actually inspired by the actor Marlon Brando.
I am not surprised by that. Like he's taken so much influences from like a lot of things, and I love it so much.
Mm-hmm. And which is kind of funny considering that Marlon Brando's most famous role, I think, was as the Godfather, where he led a crime syndicate. He kind of says, I basically look on part 4's JoJo, Josuke, gotcha. Which makes sense, too, considering he also wore, he had the pompadour and wore, like, a similar outfit, too, didn't he? Which is also freaking cool. Like, I've only seen, like, pictures of things, so I'm not too sure how it all goes down, but that would be absolutely amazing. It's like, but I still wonder whether these references are going to go deep into the future with like the series.
Yeah, I'm excited about that as well because it can't be easy just making all of these references.
Mm-hmm. And what else happened there? There was also oh my god, I just really hope they do more of the outlandish fights like with what's his name with Doobie and whatnot too. It's like for God's sakes, bring back more anvils. I want to see more anvils.
Like the cartoon like references and classics as well. Yeah, that's also really fun.
I'm surprised it didn't make the whole like sound that it usually makes. You know what I mean?
I know.
The cartoon anvil crashing sound effect.
That would have added so much to the over-the-topness of it all as well. Like, that would have been great.
Oh, yeah. He kind of says, Outlandish fights, oh boy, do I have news for you. I believe it. This is a whole series based on outlandish fights, so it would not surprise me at this point. It wouldn't surprise any of us.
Like, that is what makes JoJo so great, though, so far. Like,
yeah.
Just seeing everyone just go off and be over the top, and it just gets crazier and crazier and crazier, and it just continues.
Yup, exactly. And, oh my god, speaking of cartoon anvil sounds, I know I'm venturing a bit off track here, I apologize for that, but it's like, if you want to talk about sheer outlandishness in fights, there was this game I played a long time ago called Blade of Darkness, and it had these big intimidating enemies called Chaos Knights. Had like skull faces for chest armor, skull face shields, and they looked fucking imposing. And they did a lot of damage, had a ton of health, and they moved slowly. You could get around them and get some openings on them. But if you hit them with a sword, it did the whole like ching, 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 like the cartoon anvil smashing sounds while you're fighting them, and I couldn't take it seriously at that point. It's just like you're just beating the shit out of an anvil.
No, I totally get that though. Because like that whole thing when they brought that in with Anvil, like it was so funny just reliving that many like cartoonish like sounds and like you know just that situations. It was great. Like I wasn't expecting it either to happen, but it just happened and it was awesome.
Exactly. It just like goes into the whole the utter ridiculousness of like Looney Tunes or something like that into every single one of these episodes.
Yeah.
Especially in the new arc with Joseph Joestar. It's so damn good. And I
love Joseph. Like he's so entertaining and just no filter kind of bullshit guy. Like, oh, it's great.
And I'm wondering where it's like I'm wondering where it what's it called? If it's gonna do like for like a cartoon violence or whatever in JoJo, or it just has losing my train of thought. God damn it! Don't get old, people. Freaking lost my train of thought again. God damn it! I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm sure it'll come back to me eventually, but like basically, it's like what's next? He's gonna be like it's like you I got you trapped down in the middle of this cafe. Aha, that's what you thought. We're down in the middle of a subway station, and there's a train coming right behind you. It's like, how'd you do that? It's like, I painted a tunnel on the wall right behind you. Wait, what the hell? And then, of course, a train comes out of the painted tunnel and hits him.
Right, stuff like that. And, like, ridiculous, over-the-top things.
Let's see, Hikato says, there's this Dragon Age game my friend that I was playing, and this Hell's Kitchen stinger sound in the background, and we kept laughing. Is that the one where it's like... Is it that one we're talking about, or something else? Let's see, Joseph, the Ezio of JoJo. Or Ezio's like JoJo because Joseph came first. I think I know what you mean, yeah, because he's like, just gets the drop on people instantly. Or he's like pickpocketing people. It's that one. Yes! I fucking nailed it. Yes, thank you, Hikato. Like, where did that keep happening, though, in that game? And why would they put it there in that one? In a Dragon Age game of all places. It's like, can you imagine if that appeared in like a Fire Emblem game? Enemy coming from behind you, and then get cut down from behind.
Because at some point you're just gonna start focusing on hearing that stinger as well, and then it just gets even more funny.
It's kind of like the whole like that one set they play on stream. It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was in the background. The star just kept playing over and over again. Oh no! It just over. Oh no! So it was like a game-breaking bug or whatever, like a game glitch. Because oh my god! Again, I know I'm getting off topic, but my lord, that's reminded me of something else too. It reminds me of I think I was playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. I think it was the newest one, whichever one it was that came out. And I was over at a friend's house for a couple of nights. They were just playing it and just chilling there, having fun. And there's a part where you go into this this one Ninja Clan's base in the middle of New York City, and you're fighting all these bad guys there, and you're assisting Iron Fist, where you have to move the 4 treasures into position, like the Black Tortoise, the Vermilion Bird, the Azure Dragon, and the White Tiger. The 4 heroes from like Chinese lore or something like that. And they what happened was I was trying to move it into place there, and I kept hitting the A button on the item there, and I kept saying the same line about it over and over again.
Oh god.
So I was like trying to move there while hitting the A button there, and throughout the entire level, all the way to the boss fight, we're just hearing, "This is the rare Vermilion Bird of the South, a rare treasure. This is the rare Vermilion Bird of the South, a rare treasure. This is the rare Vermilion Bird of the South, a rare treasure." For like 30 minutes it kept going.
Oh god.
all the way up to the fight there, and and we just could not stop laughing the entire time. It's like, can you
It would
imagine?
be so fucking funny.
Whereas I told my nephew about it too, and he's like, he says, so here's what I did though. I just jammed the A button the entire time I was moving the stuff there. Just hit it about 400 times, and even in the middle of the Kingpin fight, it was still doing that. Probably through the cutscenes too, I imagine.
Oh my god.
Like I would have gone insane trying to figure that out.
I mean, yeah, especially when it's just something that keeps repeating and repeating and repeating.
It's like, but oh no, it was a fun game though. But I'm just imagining like Joseph Joestar doing something like that to somebody else, just getting in their head, just driving them insane with some random antics. I don't fucking know. Where it's like you knew I was going to say that. Now say it again. Why? It's like, just say it again.
Yeah.
Y'all are gonna love Joseph. Is that the third one in the line or something else? Because holy
Joseph
fucking...
is the one that we have right now in part 2, I think.
Okay, gotcha. That's what I thought. Because I was like, did I miss something here? Is there another, or is there a different Joseph Joestar? But either way though, it's gonna be classic. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be a ride. It already has been a hell of a ride, and I can't wait to go on the next part of it with you, Nadja.
I mean, yeah, because so far it's just been crazy, and it like when you think it's stopped and it's finally not gonna be like as crazy, it just like say psych, and then it just goes up a notch.
Let's see, Joe's also in part 3. Gotcha. Okay. No worries
nice.
there. That's good to know, at least. Because I don't want to lose another Joestar right off the bat. Because losing Jonathan was painful enough as it is.
Yeah, losing Jonathan was not something I would expect. I mean, I knew that it was gonna be going down the line of like the Joestar descendants, but it was still very painful because I didn't know he was gonna die, and it was very sad and heartbreaking to see how he went out.
Precisely. It was when he was comfortable and happy for the first time in God knows how long, too. And, But it'll be a good time, though, I'm sure, though. And please, no spoilers, Hikaru, by the way. We're both going into this series blind. We don't know what to expect now.
Yeah, it's always best when you go into it blind, I feel like, because, like, if you don't know anything, like, there's so much stuff to explore and just be like, I have no idea what's gonna go on.
But either way, though, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, for sure. I'm looking forward to seeing much more of it as well.
Let's see, Jonathan's very special for him being the first JoJo. Because he's the ultimate good and Dio the ultimate evil. Yes, exactly. But unfortunately, these are another music reference over here. As Billy Joel said, only the good die young, so to speak.
Yeah, and I mean, like, as I said, I swear to God, Dio is gonna come back because he has the devil's luck. Like, I am not convinced he's dead yet.
Yeah, there's no way he's dead quite yet, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure of it.
Because I'm always going by it. Like, as long as you don't have confirmation, seeing him actually die, he's not gonna be dead.
Exactly, because if you're gonna kill somebody by destroying their body, cutting their head off, let's say putting onto a burning ship and then destroying it, you better make sure they're dead.
Right?
Exactly. All my homies hate Dio. Fuck Dio. Yes, we fucking hate Dio as well, and you're supposed to hate him too. Like, right from the start, like I was saying on the last podcast, I wanted him to die. Like, there's no way he should have been around that much longer. Because if somebody kicked my dog on their first encounter, I would have gone John Wick on that guy. And I'm not a violent person by nature, but he would have been... There wouldn't have been much enough to fill a matchbox with ashes at that point.
No, exactly. Like, you do not... Like, I am a dog lover to the moon and back, and, like, you do not touch my dog. Like, No, you don't do that. Fuck off. Get out of my house.
Exactly. Yeah, get bent. Because if somebody did something like that to any of my dogs, then that would be devastating. Because like right after I saw what happened to Danny in the first few episodes or so, I had to go out of there for a few minutes and just give my dog a hug after that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I was like scooped up Blue and was like giving her a big old hug there. I was like, it's okay, baby. Nothing's bad's gonna happen to you. I'm here. And she's probably looking at me like what the fuck are you doing? It's like, I've always been here, you silly human. Get off me.
Why are you in your feelings?
It's like, I don't know how to respond. Please help. Get off me. And she's a funny dog, though, to be honest with you. She always has the funniest expressions on her face where just laying upside down.
No.
And, I don't know. It's always a good sign when she's doing that, too. I mean, she's comfortable, I think.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they lay on their backs and being, like, quite open, like, it feels like they are safe when they are like that because, like, they're very vulnerable, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and something else I wanted to show you all today, too, by the way. I made a little something as a surprise for Nadja a little while ago. And I'll put them both on for us as well. And guess what? We got cat ears.
Oh my god. That's really cute.
We got super fluffy cat ears over here, and yeah.
Yeah.
So whenever somebody does the cat redeem, we can both have cat ears on if you're ever on stream there. Like, for those who don't know, I actually have a redeem on my channel where I have to say "nya" for 10 minutes at the end of every word. And I have the cat ears on here, and yeah, doing this whole thing here, and yeah. Talking about JoJo and everything else here, and yeah, fuck my life, and yeah.
Yeah.
I need to pet. Yes, you do. Because she's so pettable. Pet. And I didn't even know you were here, Orion. Holy shit! Hello. And Orion put the fuck my life Nia counter up too. Because I actually have a counter going for that too, Nia. So whenever I say that, it just says exclamation point FML.
Oh god. He's going like, fuck my life, yeah, fuck my life, yeah.
9 times for 9 lives. Oh my god, I love you all so much. Thank you all so much for being a part of this community. I wouldn't be here without you. I love you all so much. I can't imagine life without any of you right now. It's just that good right now. I don't mean to get like sentimental, but holy shit, this is so good. Oh my goodness me. Let's see, but I'm just glad to see they fit well too. The ears actually came out very good on you.
Yeah, it's cute. I really like it. Thank you so much.
No problem. I'm just glad you like him too. I was so worried trying to get them together. I'm like, okay, is this color gonna work? Is that one gonna work fine? Because I try to make it fit to the color palette as best I could too. But I'm not the best with shading. But I'm just so glad that it turned out so well.
Yeah, of course. They look really adorable and they match the hair really well. So like, yeah, of course, it's great.
Mm-hmm. Does Nadja have a Twitch channel? Yes, she does. In fact. Let's see. I'll go ahead and pop that onto the thing real quick for you. Give me 1 second. Shouldn't take long. Give me 1 moment here. Yep, Nadja Bloom. Yep, there it is. And thank you for the shout out there, Orion. Appreciate that, buddy. Let's see. Yeah, she does all kinds of cool stuff too. Like everything from like Genshin Impact to Pico Park and Uno as well. We still gotta play again at some point.
Yeah, we definitely do. And thank you, Hikaru, so much for the follow. I appreciate that.
No problem. Not just been an absolute blessing so far. I'm very fortunate to have met her in the community as well. So it's he goes like Uno. Yes, we also play by the special rules too. You know, the ones where the 7 basically lets you pick a deck there. The 0 shifts in one direction or another, and all the other crazy stuff.
Yeah, that was a great time playing that with you and Korea and Finley. Like, I would love to do that again. I mean, I've just not been streaming as much because like my network card for my computer has been like a little bit like struggling with my PC. But like as soon as I get that fixed, the streams will be back in action. Don't worry.
Yeah, for sure. We got faith in you. And when we come back, we'll do a big party for you. We should do like a like a big sort of I don't want to say a subathon of that because that would be like ridiculous. Or we could do a subathon if you want to celebrate you coming back.
Yeah, subathon when they come back. Oh my god, like that would be fun, but that also a little bit intimidating.
Exactly. I don't want to overwhelm you either. Yeah, like a big collab stream would be great. Yes. That's what I meant to say, Orion. Thank you. My English is just like blah today. And
English be English.
And it's bad when you're a native speaker and you can't even speak it properly.
Like, I'm not even a native speaker. I'm just like, Sirius, can you speak English?
It's like I'm trying. Yes, I am totally trying. And that's right. Yes, Orion is debuting very soon. As a matter of fact, he's debuting next Friday at 5 p.m.
Oh, awesome! I gotta go and check that out. Thank you so much for telling me that.
Yeah, he'll be there. I think he's doing like I'm trying to think. Are you doing Xenoblade for your first stream? You said, or was it something else entirely? But it's going to be good either way, though. And I also appreciate his patience last night with the stream there because, oh my god, Mega Man X6 is still by far one of the worst games I've ever played.
Why?
Playing Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, cool. That's right. Yeah, he is playing Tears of the Kingdom, Legend of Zelda. Good call, man. But Mega Man X6 is basically an unfinished game that wasn't even properly play tested.
Oh, really?
Like they have a completed like story for it, but none of the levels were play tested. All those are basically stop and start, with some horrible gimmick in between each one. Like there was one in the third level in the game that I was playing, where you had to fight 5 bosses with hard to hit weak points, a health bar that's many times your size. The enemies are also many times your size. And they just go everywhere. It was so bad. It says I was getting mad on Sirius's behalf. I don't know how I stayed sane to that entire part there, but I was like, I don't want to do this. I do not want to do this, but I'm going to get through it. But the crazy thing is, though, I actually got farther in one stream in Mega Man X6 than I did in 3 entire days playing that game for the first time.
Oh damn, that's actually impressive. But like, I can't imagine like if it's kind of unfinished, that feels like a little bit unfair. If it's like this shouldn't be happening, but it is because it's kind of not finished.
Precisely. Well, the game was basically developed in only about a year or so, I think. Like it came out the same year as Mega Man X5 did, and for the record too, X5 was supposed to be the finale of the Mega Man X series. But development went ahead without Keiji Inafune's approval. And so he was like, oh, fuck me, this is still going to go on. Sounds like a Sonic 06 situation. That's very true, because Sonic 06 was also very bad. In fact, I was actually watching a review of X6 last night after the stream, and somebody was actually saying, I would rather play Sonic 06 5 times over than play this game ever again. This game's still more playable than Sonic 06. Maybe so, but oh my lord. Because you're basically going in there, you have like nothing to go on. And what's even worse though with those big round enemies, you have to you fight one there. You're barely even 3 steps into the stage. You fall into an arena, and you fight the boss. And that's like the first part of the stage. Then you go into the second part, and then go through some more parts of the level there, and then go down into another one of these things.
Oh god.
Where it's fighting you in a circular arena, where it's moving around in a circle, shooting at you. And as the one guy in the review said, it looks so cheap. It's a pre-rendered asset. It isn't even like it isn't even moving on its own. It's just like the sprite itself is just moving. It's a static object just moving around there with blinking orbs on it. That's basically all it is. So it looks cheap, it feels cheap, and the whole fight is fucking cheap. And you go through a diverging path where you have 2 boss doors ahead there, and they both lead to 1 more of these things.
Oh my god, that sounds like really annoying and frustrating to play.
It really is. It's a PNG movie. It's the worst PNG tuber in the world. It wants to be a PNG tuber, and it's failing so fucking hard. And it's like oh my god. And it doesn't even stop there, because once you get out of that arena, you go into a spot there where the lava rises up to beneath you. The lava's insta-kill if you hit it there, and there's 1 more hiding in the lava jumping out at you. It's like it was a third of the stream at the time, too. Yes, that entire stage took 34 minutes to beat. Because of those things. But miraculously, I didn't get a game over, despite its best efforts. I did not get a game over. I managed to get it with all the lives I had.
That's really good on your part, because like I would probably have given up at that point. I was like, I can't do this.
I wouldn't blame you. It was a fucking nightmare. And the worst part is, once you get through that one with the lava section, you go through another boss door. You think you get into the final arena there. Nope, it's a 5th one down there, jumping out of more insta-kill lava.
I mean, I may have good patience, but I think I will not have enough patience to play that.
It's so bad. And that isn't even the worst of the game either. The parts where you fight against the main villain are the worst stages in the game. It's basically the screen's flooded with enemies, flooded with bullshit phenomena. There's spikes everywhere that can kill you instantly. There's bottomless pits everywhere. And there's more things that are going to try and come out and kill you. I would tear my pump off for real, says Hikaru. I don't blame you, dude. I would do the exact same thing. I think I may have thrown a controller into the wall or broken it at one point when I first played X6. But that was back when I was still in like high school and college. And I was nowhere near as experienced back then. It was my first time playing it, going in blind. I had no expectations, and I already hated that thing so much. But I still kept going, and I put it at my all to beat it, no matter what happened. It took about a couple weeks, but I still managed to beat that game, though. And that isn't even the worst part of it. Because the main villain of the game, who engineered this whole virus to come after you with all these bullshit phenomena, his fight is also fucking horseshit. Because he's immune to every single special weapon and normal attack in the game. Like, nothing can damage him.
That's some bullshit.
And the only way to damage him is he fires these energy spheres that cause random effects in the room. You have to blow up the spheres, and they'll fire off into 6 segments. 3 of them fly at you, 3 of them fly at him. You have to try and hit him with the spheres. But you also might take damage in the process. And while this is going on, the entire arena is basically a bunch of thin platforms over a bottomless pit. So one false move and you will fall in and start the entire fight over again. And I
mean, kudos for you for like having enough patience to go through with that, because I would agree with Orion here. Like, this game is total bullshit.
It absolutely is. And I wasn't even lying when I put it in the description yesterday. It's like 6 times the pain. Let's see. It's like play untested, gamer disapproved, or gamer despised. And I'm hearing reports that X7 is even worse, but that remains to be seen. Because I doubt anything can top the bullshit in X6. It's like, I'm a spectator. I wanted to tear my hair out. I was even telling Tenchi about this a couple of days ago, because I was not looking forward to the stream, and she was like, "I'm getting angry even just hearing about it right now."
No, but for real, like, that's the way I feel as well. Like, no, don't play that shit.
Exactly. And furthermore, on top of all that, once you're in the fight against Gate there, and he's at half HP, he'll launch this massive energy wave attack, which will destroy whatever platforms it hits.
Oh my god.
So it can hit whatever you're standing on, and you can fall into a pit and die, and that's it. Back to square fucking one all over again.
Like you thought you were gonna survive this. No, a platform is gone. Sucks to
Nope.
be you, I guess.
Nope. Let's see. Thankfully, though, for what it's worth, the final stage of the game is a cakewalk in comparison. Because you fight against the bosses, you fight against Sigma one last time, who was brought back as a zombie for whatever reason, and he's a fucking pushover of a boss.
Yeah.
And what's even sadder still is that the bosses in the game, like the actual, the actual enemies you fight in the game are complete walkovers for the most part. But the stages are utter horseshit.
I do agree with you on that because holy shit, that sounds terrible.
It's like playing Gradius in a way, where all the stages are impossibly difficult, but the final boss is super easy. It's like Capcom became Konami for a second and made Gradius into a Mega Man game. Only Gradius wasn't infinitely frustrating. It was challenging, sure, but it wasn't like to the point of being insanely ridiculous.
I mean, it's kind of to the point where it's like, oh yeah, but you have dealt and beaten all of the parts now, so so I guess we can give you a break with the final boss, so we don't make that one
It's like
hell to beat.
it's like at this point we give them the gimmicks. Just go ahead and beat the game. You win.
At this point, I feel sorry for you, so you can just beat this one, no problem.
And that's kind of also like a bit more disrespect, even more so than the hard levels. It's like you're not even going to try with the final level at all. You're not even going to try and make a better effort now.
Yeah.
You're just going to give us the final level, really? And that's like the ultimate slap in the face right there. It feels pity at the end. It's like, I don't want your pity. I want a challenge, but not a bullshit challenge.
Yeah, exactly. Like, give me something engaging and challenging, but not something that's bullshit.
Exactly. I would rather play Getting Over It 15 times over than play this game ever again.
Yeah.
Because Getting Over It I can at least beat in like 15 minutes or so. But all in all, though, it's like, oh my god. And as I said on Twitter as well, it's the first Mega Man game that I haven't beaten in one sitting on stream, and for good reason too. It's all stop and start. It was like 4 minutes. That was only one time though. That was only the one time. That's only because I had a shortcut there in that part of the game. But on average, it's like 10-15 minutes though. So I'm far from perfect. There are people who can beat it in 59 seconds. That's the world record for Getting Over It.
Holy shit.
Like less than a minute.
Yeah.
Some people are just that good. I'm like, holy fucking Christ. But oh my goodness me. Let's see. Apart from all that, what else did you want to discuss today, Nadja? I didn't mean to go off track, by the way. I'm sorry.
No, it's totally fine. I mean, I just like going off track sometimes because it's just fun, just venturing around with you guys in chat and just being like discussing whatever is on your mind. Like that's totally fine. Like you don't have to apologize for going on a tangent. Like it's fine.
No, I gotcha. I know. But at the same time, though, I don't want to like put anybody off either. It's fun to ramble sometimes too. I know, but I don't want to hog the entire conversation either. That's kind of what I don't want to do.
It's fine. I mean, for me, it's like I'm just looking forward to actually getting into doing streams again. As Orion said, I would be totally open and to do more collab streams. Like,
oh hell
like
yeah!
I would just love to getting to know you guys more and just like collab and just have a good time. Like, I'm very open to that. Like, I love doing
Exactly.
collabs. I'm just like very bad sometimes at playing them, but like
Nah.
as long as the schedules work
Yeah.
out, like I would be totally down.
Exactly. Yeah. You got nothing to worry about there. Like, don't worry about playing good or bad or whatever. We're all here to have fun. We're not going to go
Yeah.
around and start, like a. We might rag on each other a little bit here. We're not going to go around saying, "Don't ever come back here again." Like, no.
No, of course not. Like, I know you guys are not that kind of people. Otherwise, I wouldn't be hanging out with you.
Exactly.
But, like,
Exactly.
Yeah, but like I feel like the most difficult part is probably about the time zones because like right now it's 8 p.m. right in Sweden, and for you guys it's like like afternoon, something like that. So like it's sometimes it's just a little bit difficult with time zones.
Yeah, that's the one downside to it, though. But like before, we find a way to make it work, and it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, like, Sundays always work. Like, that's why we're doing the podcast on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like, if I would have any free days out from work or anything like that, and we can play on those days, like, I would be totally down.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm all for it. Let's do it. So if anything else happens down the line, let me know, and we'll do some more gaming streams at some point. Hopefully we can do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully we can do Pal World together again. That was so much fun.
I'm here to start a riot.
I welcome the riots. Don't you worry about that, my friend. Orion says,
I like your energy, Igor. It's fine. We can start a riot if you want to.
Exactly. We'll burn all of Neon City down and rebuild it over again afterwards. I'm always free on the weekends, so you can always work something out. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. I'm always free on weekends as well because, because you Americans, you have something weird of always working on Saturdays, and I'm just like, you guys are insane. Why are you working Saturdays?
I know. I don't want to work Saturdays anymore. Get me off this thing. They promised me they'd take me off it, and they're like, oh no, we said we promised we might have an opening for it at some point on the line. I'm like, you never said that. No, you didn't say that at all. Like, fuck you.
You said you would get me off this. Like, not that you
Exactly.
maybe had an opening.
Precisely. Don't try and change your words there. And then it's like I'm altering the deal. Pray I don't alter it further, like in Star Wars. But
No, but I mean, I hope you can get off like working like a normal job, like Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
Like that would be very, very nice if that could happen.
precisely,
But, like,
yeah.
right now we're just working around the schedule, so we do have.
And yeah, I hope we can play Pal World again sometime soon because that was so much fun though. I really enjoyed having you around.
Oh yeah, Palworld was really fun. Like I enjoy playing Palworld a lot with friends because like there's so much things you can do in Palworld.
Exactly, yeah. Just going on there, building the whole headquarters there, getting some more people to help us out there, and just going on and exploring by the lake too is also awesome.
And I mean, like, I haven't even like explored a lot of Palworld either, so it's like I still have a lot that I need to learn.
Yeah, same here. All I've done so far is basically catch a couple of the newer ones so far. Like I actually caught a Nightwing yesterday.
Oh, you did? Did you catch it with like a bow?
Yeah, I used a bow to bring it down there, and just used Mozilla, my Firefox, to attack with the flamethrower attacks, and then just got in there and just nailed it with one of the spheres, and that was that.
I mean, I also need to catch a Nightwing, but I haven't used bows much yet.
I mean, nothing too really. Just basically you hold it down there and you start shooting. It's kind of like Minecraft in a way.
Cool. Okay.
I also got one of those triple shot bows too. It's a leader in the tech tree, but it fires 3 arrows at once for the cost of 1 arrow.
Oh, nice.
So you do like triple damage and do more stuff there. May's AP Cafe. Hello, Sirius, Nadja, and chat. Hello, May. Good to see you again. What's happening, homegirl?
Hi, May. I hope you're good.
It's so good to see you again. Hope you're doing all right this weekend. Yeah, just kind of like we're just kind of talking about Power World and other stuff here. We're kind of going on tangents as we go at this point.
I feel like that's fine though. Like, come on.
Exactly. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever. It's great to have you around though too. Let's see, but yeah, I'll admit though, I was kind of hesitant about Power World at first, considering all the controversy that came around it though. But what else happened? But most of those rumors turned out to be fabrications in the first place too. Like someone actually confessed to it and said, yeah, I lied about it, and I'm not sorry.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I can understand if people are like a little bit sensitive about it because, like, it's very similar to Pokemon, and people want Pokemon to be like the only like monster catching game kind of thing. But
yeah, but this one's fun though.
Yeah, it's very much fun.
Amazing. It's doing my missing you guys, and congrats on finishing Death Note too. Thank you very much. Yeah, that was a wild ride though. And I think is it still showing the Death Note thing on my stream, by the way? Because I put
No, it doesn't. You're fine.
Because I put the wrong title at the beginning. We finished Death Note, but now we're going into JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And that's right. Yeah, we did finish Death Note recently, about a few weeks ago. Actually, we finished the series, and that was also a hell of a ride.
Yeah, I mean, it was Sirius' first time watching Death Note, and it was my third time, I think, watching Death Note.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just really fun just going back into the show again because I hadn't seen it in a while. But
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah,
always
yeah.
a great show. I love it so much.
Absolutely. And I don't think so. I want to say congratulations. Oh, thank you, May. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. You're so sweet. And Finley Fish is lurking as well there. Finley Fish, didn't even see you there, buddy. Going back to the fish tank, no problem, buddy. Go do what you gotta do. Let's see. Hi, Finley. Bye, Finley. Love experiencing all the memes for the first time. Yes, indeed. It's like, I'm going to take a potato chip and then eat it.
And just like, a life without light. Yes, that would be very dark.
Yes. And it turns out it was pretty like, pretty dejecting for a little while, too, because, yeah, it was just, light was kind of like the light, sorry, that was the light of the show, basically.
Mm.
But light with that, but it was still a pretty powerful ending though to Death Note though, for what it's worth.
I mean, yeah, definitely. And hey, no, I watched a certain season of Spy Family and just the Kekakodori meme, like it never dies.
I need to watch Spy Family. It looks so cute. It does. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Kekakodori. All according to Keikoku.
I actually love Spy Family so much. You should watch it, Orion. It's a good slice of life comedy, like a little bit of action kind of anime.
I definitely want to see it too, because if it is spy action, I definitely want to see it.
There are some spy actions when the main character go on like spy missions and stuff, but like usually it's more like building a family, well, like a fake family, but still a family, and yet like getting to raise a kid and like all of this fun stuff.
Exactly, yeah. And it's just been, I can't wait to see it now. So the question is, which we go for next though after this series? I know you mentioned another one after, was like Gintaro or something like that. What was it called?
Yeah, Gintama, but like Gintama is like 300 plus episodes.
Oh my god, that would take an eternity to finish.
So like, it's very long. It's very, very good, but it's very long.
Gotcha. We may do it for a later run at some point though, but we'll see. I definitely do want to see both Spy Family and
we could
Gintaro
also
now.
have like discussions, like like maybe like watch it offline and then just like do a podcast of like an arc or something like that, because like Gintama is like its arcs are very short, but it's very good once it actually gets into arcs, because like the first 50 or so episodes are just like straight up comedy, and then they move into the first serious arc, and then it continues comedy, serious arc, and stuff like that.
Exactly, yeah. But it'll be good though. I definitely can't wait to see it though. Let's see, May's saying I'm surprised you're working on JoJo, because that's a really long one. And so that's a good for next one. Yeah, well, we can do that. Sure, no problem. At some point, I do want to do an anonymous noise as well. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Go ahead.
I mean, I do agree though. Spy Family is really good. Like,
Yeah.
it's great. I've been watching it ever since it aired, and like, it's one of those shows I've been watching like weekly once it gets out, because as soon as I saw the first episode with like the main character Lloyd and the main character Anya, and I was like, these guys are so cute. They have my entire heart.
Now I really can't wait to see it. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's great. And then when Yor gets introduced in episode 2, and you're just like, yes, power couple established. I love it.
For sure. Lloyd is a hottie, says May. I'll agree. He is pretty good looking. Perfect spy himbo. Yeah,
I would agree.
Sounds about right. Yeah, Daddy Lloyd.
Indeed.
Oh my lord. But yeah, for sure, we're gonna watch that for sure down the line, though. That's gotta be our next one, I think.
Yeah, for sure. It's really good.
Oh my god, how have I not seen this stuff sooner though? I'm feeling like I'm missing out for much of my life. Like still, every single time I watch these shows, I'm like enjoying it, and then afterwards, immediately, I'm like bad younger self. Watch these shows again. It's like go back in time and watch them properly.
Like with JoJo, I feel the same way, because like JoJo is one of those long-running shows that I I haven't seen, even though I've been watching anime for 11 years, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But like Spy Family is one of those shows where it's very new. So for that, I get if you haven't seen it, but it's just really popular. So a lot of people have seen it because of popularity and stuff.
Yeah, I never saw Death Note back when it was out, back when I was in high school too. My friend was saying, watch it, you have to watch it, and he was right. I had to watch it. I should have watched it years ago.
You should have listened to your friend, goddammit.
I know. The shame will mark me forever. May says I'm currently
watching Macho. Mrs. the Magic. Yeah, I'm watching that currently as well. I'm watching the first season of it. And Mash, I love him to death. He's like such he's such like a no filter kind of guy. I love him.
That sounds amazing.
It's one of those comedy anime as well, because like the main character Mash, like this world is pretty much like everything. It's like everyone have magic in some kind of capacity, and Mash, the main character, of course, does not have any kind of magic whatsoever. So he's like pretty much to make up for that, he's training and until like he's like super duper strong. So like he can do pretty much anything that people can do with magic just because they have so much muscle. It's so funny.
That's amazing. I love the sound of that now. Harry Potter parody, says May.
It really is a Harry Potter parody. I love it so much.
Nice.
Like they even have that fucking statue giving you like, you belong to this store and things like that.
That sounds amazing. I was like One Punch Man kind of comedy. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's similar to One Punch Man. Yes, that's true.
Why is this reminding me of a sketch I saw on this one show on Mitchell and Webb? It was about like a superhero duo. It's like Jesus and BMX guy.
Wait, what?
Where it just has Jesus and a guy who does like minor stunts on a BMX bike. And so it just shows a BMX guy feeling more and more excluded from the equation because Jesus just solves everything in just one glance.
Oh my god!
It's like how's the situation? Just let's like whoop. Let's see, just like banishes all the guys to hell or kills them instantly. And the BMX guy just like doing stunts to get up to where the bad guys are. And by the time he already gets there, it's already over.
I love comedy like that, though. It's so great.
Or it's like how double acts in comedy didn't quite work out. Like two groups, like two comedy troupes, let's say like Fish and Chip and then Pin and Cushion, and then the group duo became Chip and Pin. The two groups merged together.
Oh my god.
It's like a whole big elaborate history between the two groups or whatever. It's like they got tired of being pushed around by their other members of the organization, so they became the comedy duo Chip and Pin. Oh my lord. But oh my god, we got ourselves a lot of stuff going on for the future, and it is going to be glorious.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Like as I said before, there's so much anime to watch. And I mean, like, even though I have seen a lot of it, like, of course I haven't seen every phase. There's still a lot of phase to be like, yeah, I haven't seen that.
And it's going to be amazing. And I can't wait to see you all for the rest of that journey, though. I can't wait to have you around for it as well, Nadja. So thank you all again for being a part of it. Like, it means the world to me.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I have a lot of fun doing this every week.
Absolutely, yeah. Let's see, I was going to say, too, apart from all that, anything you wanted to add before we wrap up for the day?
I don't think so. Not currently from what I can think about. I feel like that's a lot of, like, what we have discussed so far that we have planned to do.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, it was very fun.
Yeah, for sure, though. It just keeps getting better and better as we go along, both the shows and this one, too. Like, because y'all are awesome. I love having you around here. I love expanding new horizons with all of you all, just enjoying everything about it. And it just feels like it's just such a wonderful connection with all of y'all, and I can't thank you enough for it. Thank you all very much for that, and I mean that sincerely.
when you start Spy Family, I would love to join you guys.
Hell-
Yeah, of course, mate. You can join us.
Hell yeah, maybe. I'd be glad to have you. There's like 9 million isekai, says Orion. Yes, there is. Which goes to show there are, in fact, over 9 million alternate universes out there. There just have to
the
be.
The isekai never dies.
It's going to be good. Let's see, but yeah, thank you all again for coming out today, too, by the way. I really do appreciate every last one of you, so thank you for all making this show for what it is. Thank you for making everything what it is at this point. And thank you again to Nadja for being an amazing co-host. And thank you to Orion for being one of my mods there. Thank you for everybody. Thank you for all, just for everything. Like, thank you very much. I can't say it enough. God bless you all. You managed to reduce me to tears on a podcast.
No.
It's because I love you all so much. You're all amazing.
Yeah, same to you, though.
Nah. This wouldn't be anywhere without you, I think, without any of you. So y'all are the true stars of the show, I think. I'm just nudging you all along, if anything else.
Just nudging us along, Al.
Let's see now. Who can we raid for today? Let's see. Have everyone serious. You can both do this. Absolutely, yeah. It wouldn't be OSNAP without Nadja. It really wouldn't. Without any of you, really. Without anybody out there. Let's see.
I mean, it's so much fun just doing a podcast, and we always have a lot of fun. I mean, like,
absolutely.
Me and Sirius, we get along very well, and it's very fun to just discuss anime and just have a good time.
Exactly, both on and off stream. It's like peas in a pod for the most part. It's been fantastic.
Yeah.
If you have one green pea and a purple pea, I don't know what. Let's see. So let's see who's on stream at the moment. I think Ekri's on today too, actually.
Yeah, I think she said she was gonna do like a secret stream or something, but she is on right now. That's true.
Let's see. You want to drop in for a raid?
Yeah, sure.
Alrighty. In that case, everybody get in the clown car. We're gonna go bother Ekrivane. Let's see. She may have tried to escape us once before, but we're bringing her back in. She's not going anywhere. We're coming for you, Ekri. We're gonna bring you back to the forest if it's the last thing we fucking do.
That's right.
It's gonna be so good. Alrighty, thank you all so much for coming today. Thank you, Orion, for being my number two man on the whole thing for co-hosting my stream yesterday. Thank you, Nadja, for co-hosting today, and for being one of my best partners in streaming so far. Couldn't do this without you. And with that, thank you all again for coming. And let's see, give Ekrivane some love. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Do anything Nadja wouldn't do. Just be a good person to her. And apart from all that, though, just don't be strangers. God bless y'all. And until next time, lights out. Take care, everybody.